time to nerd out again.
Did she have something that I don't?
What did you do different, Danny? Hey guys, philzeroyt here, weekly merch giveaway winner. Congrats! I know it hasn't been weekly, but I'm trying to catch up. So, Let Me Burn by Maggie Lindemann featuring The Warning. This actually came out while I was just arriving in Vegas for When We Were Young. I think I just landed at the airport and got the notification, and I wanted to listen to it because I'm a sucker for collabs, but I've been saving it to do this video. And I've seen Maggie pop up on social media here and there, but I'm not familiar with her music. So let's see what we got. Oh, and before we begin, I'm still kinda dealing with some vocal issues, so please excuse me if my pronunciation is weird. Whoa. Phaser to the max. Or is that a flange? Guitar people? That's that wavy sounding guitar effect at the start. Sorry, got distracted. Whew, okay. I assume Danny or Pow comes in there, but let's talk about this so far. So I mean, this is a deep cut heartbreak song. My specialty when we were young, 4 years in a row.
It's not a phase, Mom, it's a lifestyle.
But I like this. This type of sound is kind of what I attribute to like the new wave emo rock, where the production is more modern with the programmed drums and the pad effects and stuff, and it doesn't really follow the compositions of what most of us know as the emo punk rock vibe. Remember that wave of emo rappers a few years ago with XXXTentacion and Juice WRLD, and a lot of people labeled them as like the next generation of emo music, and some of them were even booked for Warped Tour, and those artists had similar production styles, but of course leaning more towards the rap side, and Maggie's song leans more towards the alternative singer-songwriter side.
I won't fix, I'd rather weep. I'm lost and I'm found, but
Our home's filled with unwanted guests.
But something that really stood out to me here is that the lyrics are very powerful and poignant. Like, you can feel the emotion she's presenting, right? And I know what some of you might be thinking, but writing lyrics with this simplicity, without all the metaphors and other fancy literary devices, this is a lot harder than it seems. Like, sometimes plain English and just saying it as it is just hits way harder. Let's listen to those chorus lyrics again.
Why do I have to
nothing fancy with the lyrics, but you can feel that heartbreak and how she's questioning her own self-worth, right? Comparing herself to the new girl, and it's that simplicity that just hits hard in a relatable way, which girls and guys actually don't do that. Life's too short to be with someone who doesn't value you for who you are, but I get it, right? Heartbreak always sucks no matter what the situation is, and when you're in that moment, it's like you know what the solution is, but it doesn't make it hurt any less. And on a music nerd note, you can tell when Maggie was writing this song. Wait, did she write it herself or did she write it with the warning? Anyways, you can kind of tell in a song when lyrics were written first or the instrumental or the melody were written first, and there's no rule to this in songwriting. You can do whatever you want. But with this song, there's some tells that the instrumental, or at least the chord structure and comp of the instrumental, were done completely separate from the lyrics and the melody. That's my guess anyway. I could be wrong, but I'm willing to bet that the melody came last just due to the uncommon melody structure. Unless that's like Maggie's thing. How do I explain this without... No, you know what? Let's talk about this at the end of the song, because I want to hear our girls' part. Our girls' part? Is that right? I want to hear our girls' part. I can't English today. Oh, Danny. This was a cool blend of styles, and I like it. So I guess it's time to do that thing I do. Nerd out. So Danny was doing a very distinct rock singer thing here, and I think the contrast in their voices just brings it out even more. It might have been part of the comp, or it's just their individual styles, maybe both. But with rock singers specifically, there's a common habit, or more like a defining trait, where certain syllables are very emphasized, and it almost sounds exaggerated, like they'll enunciate certain words more and even sing it louder. And something that I always found kind of funny is if you're ever recording or producing in a studio, you can sometimes tell just by looking at the sound wave if it's a rock vocal or not, because you can see the spikes of when the rock singer is doing that thing. And you can really hear that in Danny's voice here. I mean, other genre singers do this too, but it's by far used the most by rock singers. I almost wanted to say overused, but it's not. It's just how rock singers sing. Let's see if I can find an example. Actually, let's listen to Maggie first.
Hiding the skin inside your cheek, starting to hate the way I speak.
Okay, now Danny.
Drop my heart to hold your hand. You never tried to understand.
You hear that try, right? Well, of course, Maggie was in falsetto, and this is probably a composition thing where they wanted the song to start softer and then it builds in intensity. Okay, that was a bad example. I wanted a less obvious one. Let's try the chorus.
Why do I have to break down, build your ego up again?
So you notice that, right? How she sings it really smooth, like all the way through. Now Danny.
Why do I have to break down?
Why do I have to break down? You can even hear Danny put that oomph into it, that huh.
Why do I have to break down, build your ego up again? Does that make you more alive? I was yours, but you weren't mine. Did she have something that I don't?
Did she have something that I don't? No, Danny. No, she did not.
Did she have something that I don't? Searching for my faults, please let me know. Questioning my worth, begging, please don't go. Please don't go.
I like the voice switching there. So you know sometimes when you listen to a singer in a different genre, like an R&B song, and you kind of get this feeling like, this singer kind of has a rock voice, but you're not sure why. And it's not always just the tone or the timbre or the rasp of the voice. I know that's where our thinking wants to go, but there are tons of raspy singers in soul and pop and R&B, just like the other way around, how there are tons of clean singers in rock. So it has nothing to do with that. But the main defining trait of a vocal style is how they emphasize and pronounce the words. Like, rock singers are very pulsy. They'll make these jabs at certain words to bring out the syllable more.
Did she have something that I don't?
Whereas, say, an R&B singer, they tend to sing everything very smooth. And this is all just very generally speaking, of course. Like, every singer's gonna lean one way or another, and that's the beauty of individual voices. But I just thought it was interesting, like, the contrast between Maggie and Danny's voices here. I had something else to nerd out on, but I forgot what it was.
Hiding the skin inside your cheek, starting to hate the way I speak. I look to you, but nothing's
Okay, I got it. Okay, I'm gonna make a guess that Maggie had this song written, like most of the song, and then they gave it to the Warning, and then the Warning girls did their thing with a second verse, and it wasn't like the Dead Poet Society song where Danny and Pau just re-sang the verse and chorus. Cause there was something I heard that I think would be more of the Warning style in verse 2. Just based on what I think their tendencies are. Tendencies. God damn it. Time to nerd out. Again, so I mentioned melody structure earlier, and melody structure, kind of like rhyme structure, you've probably heard of like AABB or ABAB or ABBA, and those are the most common, where the A lines rhyme together and then the B lines rhyme together. But what a lot of people don't think about is that songwriters also use these structures for melody. Like, let's pick a song. What's an easy one? Narcisista. AABB. Should we map this out? Let's map this out. There was something that stuck out to me that made me think that Danny's verse was more of like a Warning composition thing, and I want to figure out what it was.
Right in my skin inside your cheek. Starting to hate the way I speak. I look to you, but nothing's left. Our home's filled with unwanted guests. Does it haunt you? Does it lurk? You lit a match and let it burn.
B.
Why do I have to break down? Build your ego up again.
B.
Does that make you more man? I was yours, but you weren't mine. Did she have something that I don't? Searching for my faults, please let me know. 'Cause I live my words begging, please don't go. Please don't go.
B. Okay. What did you do different, Danny?
Drop my heart to hold your hand.
A.
You never tried to understand.
B.
I try to reach and hold the door, but it won't open anymore.
B. There it is. So Maggie's verse was ABAC, but Danny's was ABAB. And that was the tell for me, that subtle change in the fourth line of the verse. Maggie sang a slightly different melody, and Danny sang the same melody as line 2. And I think that was a Danny move. I'm making a bold guess here, just based on what I've picked up from the Warning's writing style. I think that it was Danny that wrote that, but I could be completely wrong, but I'm wrong all the time. But the rest of Danny's part's the same as Maggie's, right? Melody-wise.
But it won't open anymore. Do you love her? Do you care? Some kind of special affair. Why do I have to break down? Build your ego up again. Does that
The second half of the chorus, that A, B, C, D part, where the melodies are different on every line, you notice how they're not so different that it sounds like progressive rock or something, but it still sounds almost close enough to be like ABAB with a song tag. Who did this a lot? Alice in Chains, Radiohead, Incubus, A Perfect Circle. They did this melody thing a lot where the melody almost repeats, but they just change a few notes to make it different enough, but it all still sounds cohesive, which is why I said earlier that I think the melody came last when they were writing this, because with songs like this, when the writer's writing, they're just free flowing. Like, they're just going where the emotion takes them. When you're in that headspace, you're not thinking about structures or calculated compositions or any of that technical stuff, right? Like, you're just trying to get your emotions and thoughts onto paper, and whatever happens, happens. It almost feels like how rappers write, where they have some lyrics and then they get a beat and then they mold the lyrics over the beat, or they'll even write to the beat, top lining as the cool kids call it. But yeah, this was a cool one. It was an interesting blend of styles where Maggie sound seems more modern alternative, and then with the warnings, harder rock sound. And I always love seeing what different artists with different styles can create together. Okay. Do I have a brain dump today? I feel like I haven't done that in a while. I think we're going to Tecate Pal Norte. If anyone's going, maybe we'll see you there. So if you like this kind of video, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.